So we've talked about taking classes in the fall and in the spring and not taking classes in the summer. What do you actually do with your summers? You are going to be interning. If you're going to be working in finance, you need to intern in the area of finance that you're interested in. If you want to work in corporate finance, get an internship as a financial analyst at a corporate company. This is going to allow you to learn so many things. Sometimes you might even discover that you don't want to work in corporate finance. Maybe you want to go to investments. Okay. And if you want to do that, get an internship in investments. See if you actually like doing the work, right? The worst thing you want to do is get your first job after college and realize that you don't like doing it. But you were in college and he had the opportunity to go intern and to test it out to see if it's something that you would like doing. So this is why I recommend internships. So when I was in college, I had about 4 different internships. I had an internship every summer, and I also had an internship during the fall semester in my senior year of college because I was only taking a few classes. Now, interning is going to allow you a couple of things here. Skill development. Okay. If you are in college and you're learning everything, you're making straight A's, you understand everything you're learning in your finance class, you might think that you already know everything, but I promise you, you do not know anything. What you learn in college is different from what is actually done at the job, okay? You're gonna relearn everything you've learned in college. You're gonna have to throw away everything you've learned and learn how to do it the way the company does it. Now, the fundamentals are gonna remain the same. Like, if we're talking about financial statements, they're gonna remain the same, but the data you might be using might be different from what you learned in college. You might go work for an insurance company. So instead of working with a certain type of data. Now you're working with insurance premiums, claims, right? That's your income and expenses and things like that. So you're gonna learn a lot of skills such as communication. You're gonna learn how to work in teams, right? Usually there's a group of interns, and you have the opportunity to work with those interns, and you're gonna learn how to work in a team. You're gonna learn how to problem solve, right? You're gonna learn how to manage your time. You're gonna learn how to adapt. So if coming from a college class and going into a corporate company, that is a big change, right? And you are going to learn how to adapt. The worst thing you could do is graduate from college with no internship, and your first day on the job, you are trying to learn how to adapt because you've never done that before, and you're also trying to learn the job. So you always want to have that experience. Now, this is also going to allow you to network with people, okay? This is the biggest thing you have to do when you're at an internship. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to do the most work. You just have to be the most likable person. And how do you do this? You network with people. If I was an intern, I would go to maybe my supervisor. I would ask more about the work that I'm assigned. I would ask about the work that they do. And one of the things I tell people that are interns is do not go eat lunch in your car. Sit with random people. Go to the break room. And if you see someone sitting, ask what they do. What department do you work in? People love talking about the work that they do. And the more you listen to what they're talking about, the more they're going to like you. So if you need to be recommended to the job, you have a lot of people that you've networked with. You're going to network with, some of the best industry professionals. You're going to network with supervisors. You're going to network with the interns that you're with, right? If you're with a group of interns. Now, one of the other things that you're going to learn is industry insight, right? So this is where you learn if you like the job or not like it, right? You don't like corporate finance or you like it. You don't like investments or you like it, right? You're going to get a lot of industry insights. And sometimes, the things that you learn in college aren't always up to date. If you're using a textbook, it might be from 10 years ago or 5 years ago. Now, when you go to intern at a company, this is going to be real-time data, right? Their stock price is down. What's happening? You are going to be working with real-time data as compared to college. So you're going to get more in-depth industry insights. Now, one of the other good things about internships, if you have multiple, is resume enhancement. It's going to enhance your resume, right? Now, instead of just putting your education, maybe volunteer in organizations that you joined on campus, now you can put you interned for this company. Now you've already started your journey to having a lot of work experience. Okay. Now you can also use internships to help you with skill validation. If you think you know how to use Excel because you got an A in your Excel class in college, go intern somewhere and try to use those skills. Try to apply those skills to the job. And if they work, that means you actually know what you're doing. And sometimes most of the time you're going to realize that you don't know what you're doing. There's easier ways to do things. There is, so much more better ways to do things. So, it's going to help you validate your skills. Now, the next thing is going to be professional development, right? It's not just about being smart, right? It's also about how to become a professional, right? How do and most companies do a good job at this. They help you, they make you attend training sessions. If you're an intern, they make you attend workshops, seminars. They do these things in order to help you develop professionally. Now, the next thing is going to be learning how to be confident with the skills that you have and the knowledge that you have. I can give you an example here. When I was a junior in college, or was it a sophomore? Might have been junior. I went to intern at a publicly traded insurance company, and I was a financial analyst, and I was working with the VP of finance for all the US operations. And every morning he'd have things for me to do, whether it was working on an income statement for one of the business segments. It was a lot of things that I was doing every single day. And every time I'd finish a report, he would go over the report with me, tell me that this is good, this is good, this is how you can fix it, this is what we should do instead. And by the time I went back to college for my senior year, or it might have been, yeah, it was my senior year, I was learning these things in class, and I was like, I did this past summer. I was working on this. I actually know how this works in real life. So it makes you confident. You would see me raise my hand in class, contributing to what the professor was teaching, asking even more in-depth questions, even challenging some of the ideas the professor was teaching, because I had an internship that actually taught me the skills and validated my skills and gave me the confidence that what I'm talking about is what I was actually doing in real life. Now, my last point is going to be that most companies have interns in order to find talent, right? If they like you, you are going to get an offer, especially if it's one of those internships that you do during your last year of college, maybe your junior year. They are going to hire you. That's what most companies actually do. When I went to college, there are companies that actively recruit interns from a university and train them. And, this is kind of like a trial period where they're looking at your skills. If you're someone who's coachable, the things that make you a great employee, that's what they're looking for. And if you are one of those people, they're going to extend an offer, right? So that is what most interns are aiming for. Once you hit your junior year and senior year, when you do an internship, you're trying to get an offer. So this is why you need to have internships when you're in college. You can have as many as you want. Now, that is pretty much it when it comes to why internships are really, really important in finance. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.